me, Cindy again. I'm sorry I haven't been on for like a month, but I was traveling for a few weeks to Costa Rica, and I wanted to make a video on manifesting travel because I think it's something I'm really good at. I've had like at least, I want to say, like about 14 trips in the past year and a half. And yeah, so this video I'm gonna talk about why I went to Costa Rica, what is manifestation, because people always talk about manifesting things, manifesting trips, manifesting travel, but what is manifestation really? And also I wanted to teach you how to manifest travel into your life, and I'll show you how I did. So why Costa Rica? So it all started when I was in 10th grade. Shout out to Miss Morales. She was my Spanish teacher, and she was really pretty, and I remember she was so happy and just full of life when she came back from her trip to Costa Rica, and she showed us like videos of her like bungee jumping and driving, and the scenery was so beautiful, so green, that greenery scenery, it just looked like a tropical paradise, and she just looked so free in all her videos. And that's where me wanting to Costa Rica started. So I thought it was 6 years that I wanted to go to Costa Rica, but it's actually like, see, when I was 15, since 10 years ago. I had this urge, like my heart was just like, I need to go. I don't know why, but I need to go there. And when I was in college, I ended up doing a study on like the happiest countries on the earth, and Costa Rica was definitely one of them. And I remember I also met a Costa Rican guy when I was in massage school, and I loved his spirit so much. And he was just always so smiley and so grateful for life, and he was just up for everything, and he was awesome. And I don't know what it was, but I guess from him, my teacher, other people who had experiences to study, I just had this urge. I'm like, I need to go to Costa Rica. And but I wanted like an entire adventure, not just like a 1, 2, 3 day trip. I wanted like 2 weeks of crazy everything. And I manifested it into my life. So what is manifestation? So manifestation is honestly just the art of allowing things to come into your life, right? So like, let's say you're thinking about like coffee. You just really want like a pumpkin flavored coffee, let's say. And suddenly you go to work, and your coworker hands you a pumpkin coffee, and they're just like, here, I thought of you, maybe you might like this. It's like, bam, you manifested coffee because you visualized it so strongly that it came real. It was in your mind, and it got in your hand. Basically, that's what manifesting is. It's making your thoughts real, basically. Or like when you think of, another example is if you think of like a person, and you think so strongly of that person, and all of a sudden you get a call from them, you get a text from them, someone tells you something that just happened to them, you manifested that person into your experience. So manifestation is awesome. It's basically you being the creator of your life. Like, you're in the pilot seat, and it's really easy to do, honestly. I just think it involves consistency. Like, so this is how I manifest travel, right? So on a consistent basis, I am like always looking up flights, even if I don't have the money, even if I don't know how I'm gonna get there, who I'm gonna go with, even if I don't know the details, I just look every day. And what that does is that puts me in the spirit of I'm going somewhere. Like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going. And a lot of my trips were random. They weren't like planned things, and some of them were even free. I had other people pay for trips for me. Like, I really manifested a lot of flights. And but there was a few things that I noticed that I do with every single trip, and they always come true. Like, always come to real life, no matter how crazy. The craziest one was the Costa Rica trip, only because I knew how pricey it was gonna be. So I spent about $4 grand, but surprisingly all that money wasn't even mine. I had a lot of random people just donate, just be like, here, Cindy, I know you probably need it for some flight. And I'm just like, wow, thank you. And I had a lot of clients who tipped me like insane amounts of money. And to be honest, like, when I told people I was going to Costa Rica, my flight wasn't even bought yet. My trip wasn't bought yet. I really didn't have it, but something in my heart was just like, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know I'm going. I just know. So when you obsessively believe that something's gonna happen, it will. Like, you don't have to know like the hows, the whys, the details, but when you just wholeheartedly believe and speak it into existence, it will happen. So one of the things that I do to manifest travel is definitely be grateful ahead of time. Right now, this sounds crazy, but I have this journal, right? And I use the journal to manifest stuff, and it's a gratitude journal, right? A good friend of mine got me this journal has got me so many trips. You have no idea. Yeah, like, it's really crazy. Like, I would so I'll write things that I'm grateful for on the left, things that actually happened, and then on the right side I would put my gratitude intentions. So I'll be grateful ahead of time for something that I want to happen in the future. So, and then I check back to see if they happen, right? I just do it randomly. I never say, you know, like, how to explain it? I don't know. I never know when. I never put like an exact date or anything, but I'll just be like, thank you, universe, for my flight to Chicago. Thank you, universe, for my flight to Mexico. Thank you for all the amazing experiences, all the beautiful places, all the awesome people I met. And but they didn't happen yet. So I'm grateful ahead of time, and then it becomes real. So I look back in my journal and I check off the things that actually happened. And it's crazy, like almost everything that I was grateful for ahead of time actually happened. And I think, yep, I need to check it off, but thank you, universe, for my trip to Costa Rica. And I wrote that on November 2017, so I didn't even have the money for the flight yet. It's crazy. So being consistently grateful for something that hasn't even happened yet will bring it into your experience for sure. Now another thing is that stops people from traveling is money, right? So we always think we don't have enough money to go, or how is that gonna happen? But there's an affirmation that you can definitely say, and it's I have more than enough. So you're not lying to yourself. You're not lying to yourself. You're just saying, I have more than enough. When I first started thinking about booking the trip, I had like negative $92 in my bank account, and suddenly I just kept saying that over and over and over again. I'm like, I have more than enough. I was like, thank you, God, for supplying money for this trip that I'm so excited about. And I would say it over and over out loud in my house. I would say it over and over. I would write it over and over again, and it happened. Like, a lot of people donated for my Costa Rica trip. I had a lot of extra tips. I had clients tip me with checks. I'm talking like $150, $50, $70. Like, I don't know where it all came from, but I think it honestly it was just me putting that out there, that I have more than enough. And I believed that. And then after saying it so much, it became a belief in my head. And yeah, somehow all the $4,000 showed up. The people showed up. My trip was so amazing, guys. You guys need to go to Costa Rica. The greenery, the waterfalls, the people, the customer service. Customer service was really nice over there. The beaches, the rivers. It was the best trip of my life, guys. So that's all I just wanted to share. how I manifested my trip to Costa Rica, since this is like the biggest, happiest thing I ever manifested in my life. And well, besides my husband. And yeah, so definitely, if you want to travel, get yourself into the identity of a traveler. You know, get a passport if you don't have one. Always carry it with you. Always look up flights. You know, tell God, the universe, whatever you believe in, that you're already grateful for your trip to Jamaica, your trip to wherever, and just keep saying it and believe it, and it'll happen, guys. And money wise, if you're struggling, just keep telling yourself, you know, I don't know how, but I have more than enough. You know, putting that energy out there definitely helps you attract trips. All right, well, thank you guys for listening. Catch you on my next video. Mwah.